With the decision made, the first steps north. But what these migrants of all ages can expect is anything but certain, from robbery or arrest to worse. Here's ABC News national correspondent Matt Gutman.
It's the dead of night on the U.S.-Mexico border, and we joined an elite unit of the Texas Department of Public Safety on a patrol of the Rio Grande. It's here that every night smugglers ferry hundreds across the river to U.S. soil.
There's an area where it's known for a lot of migrants have been crossing through, so that's where we're trying to get to that location.
When we finally get there, we discover soaking socks and undergarments, marking the final leg of a journey millions of migrants have made in recent years and the lengths they've gone just to splash ashore on U.S. soil. For hundreds of thousands of footsore Central American migrants, these roads promise endless miles and hardship.
There we have a little chapel.
Father Floragoni in southern Mexico told us back in 2016 that he'd seen just about everything and everyone.
We deal with children, women, adults, elderly people.
Everybody is trying to get out.
They come here sometimes with the bullets still in their bodies, asking just for a chance.
And the risks are enormous.
The probability of running into danger, at least being robbed or assaulted, is over 50%. You've got 1,500 miles ahead of you. I would say their chance of making it all the way to the U.S. border is less than 50%.
We first tested the perils of this journey in 2016, traveling with migrants fleeing their home countries on their way to the U.S. We met Edwin and Jose. They had just left the murder capital of the world, El Salvador. They were on their second attempt to reach the U.S., and for them, the uncertain road ahead is more appealing than the horrors they're leaving behind. Jose wears his reasons for flight on his back and arms. He shows us the nickel-sized scars that he says are from a shotgun blast. Like most Central Americans fleeing their homeland, they will cross into Mexico from Guatemala illegally. No passports among the treasured belongings in those tiny backpacks. When migrants are smuggled across this river to Mexico, they're entering what human rights advocates call a death trap for them. Trying to avoid Mexican authorities, they, along with thousands of others, zigzag their way north, sometimes in trucks hired by local smugglers known as coyotes. The poor often opt for freight trains. This one is known as La Bestia, the beast train.
That's become known to be a major smuggling route. Even though these are the poorer migrants, organized crime and local gangs and thugs have gotten pretty good at trying to squeeze whatever money they can get from the people who board these trains. People who don't pay a fee to these gangs get thrown off the trains.
In recent years, migrants have found that there is safety in numbers, traveling in caravans, endless columns of mostly Central American migrants marching through Mexico. We were there with them in 2018, marching for weeks in the crushing heat. Blanca and her family tell us they've been walking since 4 a.m., one of many for whom returning to their home country would be a matter of life and death.
Papá de mis hijos, como los pandilleros lo mataron y lo perdieron, nunca lo hallamos. Y después de eso me amenazaron que me saliera de mi casa y que si yo lo denunciaba, más nunca iba a volver.
After intensifying pressure from the U.S., Mexican and Central American governments cracked down, scattering many of the caravans before they even reached Mexico, leaving migrants opting for another route. It's here on the Usumacinta River, demarcating the Guatemala-Mexico border, where thousands pay local human traffickers affiliated with the cartels to ferry them across undetected. Waiting for them by the river's banks on the other side are taxis that locals say are organized by the Coyotes, lined up and waiting to whisk them away to a series of temporary safe houses which dot the 1,200-mile route all the way to the U.S. And this week, Mexican authorities discovering over 100 Central American migrants packed into one of those safe houses along the U.S.-Mexico border. It's there where so many people run into another hurdle, an overwhelmed government struggling to keep up with asylum cases. Beneath these tarps and behind this concertina wire are about 700 migrants. They are just some of the 25,000 migrants that have been waiting, some of them for up to 2 years, for their chance to have their cases heard in the U.S. It's there that we met Hermana Morado from Honduras, clutching that little baby boy. She was previously deported from the U.S. in October of 2019 and has been waiting in Mexico ever since.
Yo quiero un mejor futuro para mis hijos, darles lo mejor. Los padres siempre deseamos dar lo mejor a nuestros hijos. Y es por ello que nos esforzamos tal vez a salir de nuestros países, porque la necesidad nos obliga.
A future so close, yet so heartbreakingly far for so many.
Hi everyone, George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.